Greetings, this is Professor Osama Shaair. Today I am happy to receive this award from Coloplast International in the field of penile implant surgery. This is the award of Center of Excellence in Penile Implant Surgery. I will explain briefly what is a penile implant and what are the various options for a patient with erectile dysfunction. So my talk today is for patients with erectile dysfunction, the couples that live with erectile dysfunction. And then I will tell you who I am in case you don't know me yet. Now, erectile dysfunction has been with us since the creation of man, and there were always trial and error to treat it. From the old supernatural remedies up to the current modern medicine with medical treatment and surgical treatment, through very strange ways to treat it, including injection or consumption of animal genital parts, of extracts, of natural remedies. So it's been a long journey, and many of those treatments have proven failure, with the exception of very few. Now, since the beginnings of since the 1960s and 1970s, there has been a major peak in the treatment of erectile dysfunction. This started with the injection or the invention of injectable testosterone, which made a huge difference in many people's lives. Then in the 1960s as well, Professor Virag introduced the intracavernous injections. And then in the 1980s, there was the sildenafil citrate, which is the blue pill, without mentioning the commercial name, the pill that one consumes before sexual intercourse. This also made a major dramatic change in the field of treatment of erectile dysfunction. But throughout this period, there always have been patients who do not respond to medical treatment, and those are the patients candidate for surgery. Now, penile implant surgery is a short surgery, about 30 minutes to 60 minutes. It's a one-day surgery. The patient leaves the hospital the same day with full erection. And this erection is available to the patient on demand for life in many cases. And whenever the patient desires to have sexual intercourse, he is able to get very rigid erection and repeat the sexual act however many times he wishes for. So, simply, we open a small incision, which is 3 to 5 centimeters long, and we insert a penile implant in the penis, and we close the incision. There are a lot of details for it, but this is the basic concept. And this does not change how the patient feels about sex in any way. Still enjoys the same pleasurable sensation, the same libido, no change. The only change that he has super rigidity whenever he wants. Coloplast is one of the first companies that worked in this field, and they produce two of the very best penile implants worldwide, and as attested by almost every single expert in the field. There are two types of Coloplast penile implants, one that is called the malleable and the other is called the inflatable. As the name indicates, the malleable is always rigid, but it is malleable enough to be bent so that the patient can hide it away, tuck it in, really tuck it in when he wears his apparel, his clothes. While the inflatable, on the other hand, mimics normal erection and normal flaccidity. So it can be totally flaccid, totally soft, or can be totally rigid. Coloplast has been competing, and among the points of strength is that the rigidity of the inflatable Coloplast, which is Coloplast Titan, is the maximum rigidity across all implants. And both the malleable and inflatable Coloplast implants have an antibiotic hydrophilic coat. It's a coat that imbibes antibiotics. Antibiotics stick to this coat that is all over the surface of Coloplast. So before we implant the Coloplast, we dip it in an antibiotic solution. The antibiotic sticks, we implant the Coloplast, and we close up, and the antibiotics keeps working for a certain time of a period of time, protecting the patient from infection. Infection is the one most devastating complication of penile implant surgery. It is very rare, about 1%, thanks, among many factors, to the hydrophilic coat that coloplast enjoys. On the other hand, for the malleable coloplast, which is called coloplast genesis, enjoys the ability to bend more than several other implants, so it is concealable more than several other implants. All implants are beautiful. All manufacturers compete to produce the best product, and those were the points of strength for Coloplast. Finally, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I have been a professor at Cairo University in Andrology for more than 16 years now. I am the president of the Middle East Society for Sexual Medicine. I am the manager of the European Academy of Andrology Training Center in the Middle East. I am the bearer of 2 doctorate degrees in andrology, one from Cairo University and one from Amsterdam, which was really an honorary doctorate degree for the many surgical techniques that I have invented and published internationally, over 30 of those available to our patients worldwide. Thank you, and I would love it if you would see more details about penile implant surgery and Coloplast products. This is available on my social media channels and the YouTube channel. Best wishes and regards. Osama Shair.